Let us do another 2 questions on identities and then that's it. After doing this topic on partial fraction, right, you should be expert in doing these identities, finding the unknowns. So in this case, you have to find A, B, and C. So A is here, B is here, C is here. Okay, so I'm going to use the substitution method, okay, to solve this. Why? Because I see that there's 2x minus 1 here, 2x minus 1 here. So if I can get rid of this 2x minus 1, right, I'm only left with this unknown A, then I can find A. Alright, so how do I get rid of this? Now in the earlier example, you have, I think, x minus 1, and then you sub 1 inside here, right? So this is very obvious what to sub. But in this case, some of you may not know what to sub. So very simple, you let 2x minus 1 be equal to 0. Then from here, you will know what value of x to sub in such that this thing will become 0. Okay, now this is not part of the working. It's for those who don't know what's going on. Then that's how you know what to sub in. Alright, now after you have done that, then you can let x be half. Okay, meaning you sub half here on the left side of the equation and half here. Okay, so that's what I get here, what I get here. This 2 remains here and all the rest will disappear because half you put inside here, this will become 0. Half you put inside here, this will become 0. Okay, so that's how we do this particular question. And if you press the calculator correctly, okay, I would recommend that you write this on the next line. Alright, don't write that because it's can be quite confusing for some of you. So press the calculator properly and make sure when you replace the x, you put brackets. Okay, and don't forget that there is this square here. So when you replace this x, right, you put brackets here. So when you press calculator, remember to close and then square it. Then you should be able to get A equal 3/4. Alright, so if you get A equal 3/4, normally it's a nice number lah, but if you get not so nice numbers, don't be surprised. Okay, just check your working, check that it's correct. Normally it's nice numbers lah. Okay, after you have gotten A, how do you find B and C? Now if you notice, just now I substituted x equals half and then this became 0, right? Okay, I can also sub in. If I were to work on this now, I let this be equals to 0. I will get minus half. That means if I put minus half here, this whole thing will be 0. Okay, and then this whole thing will be 0 also. So I can find my C. Alright, so you go and try it yourself. Now all this you got to try on your own. You cannot just, oh okay, like that, that's how you do it. No, you got to try on your own and then discover where you made the mistake, and then you learn from your mistake. Okay, so you can see all the brackets here, and then you should get C equals to this. Now after you have found A and C, how do you move on to find the last one? A and C you found already, right? So in this other case, you cannot make this 0 anymore. You have to substitute another number whereby this B is not 0. So what can I substitute in? A convenient number would be 0. Okay, after 0, then you still need to carry on, then you substitute 1. So it's always this few numbers, convenient numbers. Okay, so let's see what's the answer. So when you substitute 0, very simple, this will be gone. Alright, then this A will just be here. This will be gone, this will be gone. So it's B times minus 1 times 1, and then you get this. This will be gone, so it's C times minus 1. That's why it's like that. And then when you work it out, right, because you already know your A is 3/4, your B you don't know, but you know your C, then you can work out the answer. Okay? Now, just one more question, and that's it for this particular so if you have this other question, you can use again. I see. Okay, I show you method 2 first. Method 2 is over here. Okay, method 2 is over here, which is a substitution method. So I see that, oh, if I sub x equals to -3, this whole thing will disappear. Or I sub x equals to -1, this whole thing will disappear also. So I choose to sub x equals -1 because it's a smaller number. I don't want to deal with big numbers. Okay, so I want this whole thing to disappear, then I can find my only unknown c here, which is 10. And after I found that this is 10, I can move on to find the rest, okay, which is a and b. Now, how do I find a and b? I can, as I mentioned to you, if you run out of numbers already, right, choose x equals 0. Okay, then you can find this. Choose, after you run out of numbers, like x equals 0, this one done already, this one done already, then you try convenient numbers like 1, and you will be able to get the answer as 2. Okay, and okay, that's method 1. Now, for those who prefer to use the compare coefficient, okay, as I mentioned, compare coefficient can be quite fast, but so is this substitution method. Alright, it depends on how good your algebra is. So if I were to compare the coefficient of of x cubed, I would see that, oh, only this times this, see, ax times x times x, this is the only expansion that will give me ax cubed. That means my a has to be 2. That's how I get a equals to 2 so fast. Alright, but take note, you have to check if there are other things here, right? You got to check whether they also give you the x cubed term. Alright, okay, then you see, I mentioned just now, right? X times x times x will give me x cubed, right? That's why I can get this answer so fast. Another very fast one is, can you see that number on the left must be equals to this number times this number times this number, add to this number. Okay, meaning 3b plus c. 3b plus c must be equals to -5. Okay, that's what we have here. 3b plus c equals to -5. But of course, I cannot find my c without finding my b, right? That's why I have to again use a substitution method, which in this case they follow the same step as what I've done here, alright, to get this. So those of you who say, oh no, I only want to learn one method, it doesn't work that way. Okay, substitution has its benefits. So you can see that you sub like that, you can get all the answers, right? But if you try to compare, sometimes you may end up with these two unknowns like this. 3b plus c, right? Two unknowns. Then you have no choice but to use another method to find this. Okay, you can try to use compare coefficient again, but you may end up with some unknown plus another unknown. Then you have to solve simultaneously. Okay, yeah. So my recommendation is always try the substitution method first. Alright, it should be able to get you the answer. If cannot, right, then you use a combination of substitution and compare coefficient. Alright, that's all for now.